Thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll try the left side. Hooks. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it. It gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Slater, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. Made them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On 2nd down, Hooks. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Not
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on first down. It's Watson, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. It's Hill, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. On 2nd down now. It's Watson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. To throw on 2nd down. Slater, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Slater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15.
That's it, baby.
The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Slater. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
How much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time.
Back there?
No one would ever take it over.
Larger clip.
Yet they are humans out there running around.
No, you got to max that gun out, man.
Opportunistic by the defense.
I just got it.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Like, I think it's a 45 clip is the biggest one.
Powerful running. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on third down. Lawrence. That one complete to Hill. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Lawrence. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd? And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Hey, Haywood!
Who is he?
Throwing on first down. Slater. Throw left side complete. That's Terry. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Slater. Looking right sideline, that's complete. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Slater. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football. Full half to be played. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. So we've hit halftime, just to feel an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again.
I don't need to have a job. I don't need to be let go from a job or nothing.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Slater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync. Whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Driver's license.
So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Off the bootleg. Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Driver's license. What?
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, as a lineman, they're trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Come on. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Defense.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Watson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to throw. Slater. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Off-play action. Slater. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On fourth down, Slater. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a first down throw. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Hooks. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Slater. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Looking to throw. Slater. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Slater. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. zone now. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Slater toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd down, it's Watson, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Time for Antonio Callaway and his crew on offense to take over. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation, because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Brooks. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Now again, right side.
No, what's up, man?
Little game I was focused
protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative
I'm almost
plays.
done with this fucking bullshit ass game. Yo, dude, I'm not even gonna say nothing, bro.
Hello?
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he can only manage to
Hold
get
on.
this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
No, dude, they scored a, they scored.
Now the Bengals
They
gonna
stole
see
the
it for
bullshit.
their
I'm talking
third
about.
and final
They have 2
timeout.
touchdowns that I don't know how the
Sideline
receiver
and
caught the
talk
ball
over what to do next.
in this game. I have no idea.
As he'll kick it away for the
I have
second time.
your corner on their top guy, and their top guy still
And
caught
now
the
where
ball.
will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17.
I have them matched up, so wherever the superstar is, that's where he's playing.
24-14, a minute 4 on the clock.
Yeah.
They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that is
Come on, that's pass
incomplete.
interference right there.
Took a shot there on 1st down, but he
Oh,
couldn't
you
reel
sons
it
of
in.
bitches.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now, and to be honest, it's more my offense than my defense.
Slater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. On 1st and 10, Slater. inside here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. And he'll take this.
Let's go.
End zone for a Bengal TD.
Even though I lost, I got that TD in, bro.
22-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful.
Yeah, I'm live right now.
So they go with a
well,
pass
for another minute.
2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense.
For another second. That's all that's left.
Using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I
don't
talk
think
with
so.
coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have
I'll find out when you get on.
in practice now, something they never really did before.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did.
I should have won this game,
what
man.
they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, every
to that defense when I switched between the two.
No, I quit the real league, man, because I wanted to shoot more.
Yeah,
I was like, nah, man, I can't, bro. It was taking up, like, I was losing a day just playing fucking Madden on certain days. Really? I don't see you.
It's not gonna show. It's delayed.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you're the only one. No. No, it wasn't. No, that was my tight end. That was the game before. The game I won. Guess how I missed it? I missed it by 11 yards.
They probably give it to you when the season starts. When the season go over the team.
I'm guessing schemes, right?
Yeah. Don't change that. I'll go back up to the offense.
Yeah, no, that's what I just did. Remember, you're delayed.
Yeah. So go through them to see which one is the highest percentage.
It's either run and shoot and vertical power and run.
How much do you run the ball?
I'm running the ball a little bit more now.
But are you mostly in shotgun a lot?
Yeah. Well, no. I run different formations now. To run the ball, I run that stretch play that everybody does.
See, I don't run that ball like that. You have to have a certain type of mind for that stretch play. I run the stretch play out of the regular I formation if I run it, or I run it out of single back. But that's only because it depends on who I play. Because sometimes I won't run the stretch play at all. I'll run it up the gut on your ass in a heartbeat though. But I make adjustments before I run the ball too.
Okay.
So routes in response to a different coverage, use pre-snap motions and multi-receiver formations to help identify coverage. And this is just me. You got two slot receivers that fits that. You got two tight ends that fits it. Your line fits it more than anything else because you got 2 out of 3 left tackles, two
Yeah.
out of 2 left guards, 2 out of 2 centers. Right. And your tight ends fit in.
So
You
run
got right tackle. Yeah, only thing you missing is
another running back and
yeah, well
three
you got a
slot
running
receivers.
back that fits that scheme. So if you find a playbook that runs this scheme, then you will you probably get a better reaction out of your players, bro. So see which one. Yes, look at your defense. Oh yeah, we can find it now. Then keep going. That's the West Coast scheme.
No, I'm showing you my defense.
Okay, yeah, alright. Let's go through and see which one the highest. That might be the highest.
That's it. That's it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I know for a fact.
So you need.
I need a power rushing left end
You need an end, yeah.
and power rushing linebackers. Other than that,
You can make a power rushing linebacker. But left end, you have to sometimes you have to get.
telling you, man, that defense once I have it perfect, if I get me a hold on a left end,
Go to.
is he alright?
Go to the Cincinnati. Go down to your defensive playbook.
That's more of a 4-3. That's a 4-3.
Right, that's the problem. That's the problem with your defense right there. You're not running the 3-4 defense. So you can find a playbook.
I already know.
That runs both.
Right there.
Or Detroit, I think.
Yeah,
How about
it's
Baltimore's?
oh yeah. Let's see. You said
I mean, run with New England, cause shit. I mean, you say playbooks. I would say you run with New England because you're used to
yeah.
their playbook.
All right, built on a zone run West Coast, built on multiple run schemes. Not the Jets. Power run West Coast scheme. Nope. The zone run West Coast scheme. Playbook is going down. Multiple run schemes is designed for both rolling and throwing the ball to immediate and deep levels of the field.
You know what the run and shoot is, right?
Nope, not a clue.
So run and shoot is more like it's similar to West Coast. So this playbook right here, San Francisco is kind of a running scheme. I mean run and shoot. Because it has a lot of motion plays. Baltimore offensive playbook is run and shoot because they have a lot of draws, they have a lot of motion plays and play action plays. So those are the kind of playbooks you really want to kind of focus on. San Francisco's playbook is not that bad. You just gotta get used to running.
Yeah, well, here we go. We're gonna try it. Alright, I'm gonna stop streaming now. I'm gonna switch to the duty. I appreciate your tutelage.